Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to Wise-ish, your daily power boost. Anyway, as we approach the holiday time, wow, 2020, what do we do with ourselves? Thanksgiving has sort of taught, I know for many of us Americans, a very hard lesson. The increase of COVID cases have really risen. And for the holiday time, we need to really, really be careful. The numbers are getting worse. But that doesn't mean we're getting worse. It means that we just have to be more mindful and more careful. And yes, when you're in intimate gatherings at home, that's when you drop your guard. That's when the hands don't get washed. That's when the food is kind of spreading with each other. And then we have to be really, really careful. I was at somebody's place after I came back from a program yesterday, and I had to be really mindful that I trust whatever, she said, that she's been clean and clear, but yet I still had to be so cautious, because that's just the culture that we're in right now. It's not going to last forever, but we still have to be very, very mindful. So, as we approach this holiday season, what's going to be your gift? What's the gift that you're not only going to put under the tree for your family to receive? It could be a virtual one. It could be one that was delivered by Amazon or Etsy or one of these outlets. But what's going to be the gift of you? What is your gift to your loved ones this season? After such a tumultuous year, a year that we've learned a lot about who we are, but also who we don't want to be. We've also learned that there are certain things that are percolating inside of our consciousness that we didn't even know was there. So what's going to be your gift for your family members and friends, for your loved ones? What virtue are you planning to bestow on the folks that have meant so much to you? What about the ones that have been a test? What about the ones that have been your challenge or your test paper? What virtue do you think you need to give that relationship? Let's say it's your marriage. And for whatever reason, you just can't communicate with each other anymore. And the only time you actually talk to each other is if it has to do with the kids or bills. But you just don't talk to each other. What virtue do you think would be needed between the both of you? I would say the virtue of humility. Sometimes we just don't want to surrender our rightness or even surrender our anger and say, I'm going to give it up first and talk to you with respect and love, because the ego says, don't do it. Let him do it first. Let her do it first. This is how it works, isn't it? And you can walk around the house like that for a year, for 2 years. You can actually move in separate bedrooms, and you can start to live separate lives. And you wake up in the morning and you barely say good morning to one another. So let's say you're having one of those relationships. What's your gift under the tree? What do you think your spouse needs? What would be that gift of virtue that you could offer your spouse that would change their whole attitude? I'm inviting you to give that some thought today. Because whenever we apply the virtues in our relationships, there will always be harmony. Look back at all of your past relationships or experiences from your relationships. The ones that didn't work out very well. Those relationships that are very strained. The ones that have left a bitter feeling in your heart. Those relationships that you actually want more from, but you just can never get it. What about that relationship that just makes you so negative? You're fine if they're not in front of you. But the moment they show up to the party or on that Zoom or on your feed, or they've sent you a text message, or you're CC'd on an email with their names on it, it just feels like the Scrooge has come knocking on your door. What virtue does that relationship need? I'm inviting you to give it just a little bit of time. That long-term separation, that long-term you know what, I can love you from a distance relationship, that long-term energy that if you were really in your position of power, it wouldn't matter how they are, because you know who you are, and who you are will be the best. And I always remember saying that I've coined many, many times. Don't let anyone make you stop loving. Don't give them that power. Let it be for this holiday season that anyone that's in your life at this moment, that if they show up in your life, you can't be loving, they have gotten power over you. And your ego or their ego has won. So let it be that no one is powerful enough for this holiday season for you to make you stop loving them. And I'm inviting you to let that sit deep in your heart for the holiday. Let it be that you do not give over your power to anyone, that you stop loving them. The virtue of generosity is a good one for that one. I'm going to be generous with my love despite your hate, your resentment, your contempt, your lies, your insecurities, and me being love and sharing love with you isn't you winning, it's me winning. It will be a great virtue to offer somebody in the family or a relationship that's gone a little bit awry. So a virtue is the best gift for the holiday season to truly, truly, truly present to your friends and family. I'm going to show a little gift that was done with a little boy at our retreat center in Peace Village. It's entitled, "What is a Virtue?" He went all over the retreat center to ask people what a virtue is. And I think that when you see this, it'll give you a chuckle on your face. And what I'd like to really say at the end of our program today as well, please be kind, be generous, be humble, be wise, be happy, be pure, be peaceful. These are the best gifts that you can give to anyone. Thank you so much for joining us on Wise-ish today. Gosh, I can't believe the year's coming to a close already. Anyway, such is life. All right, so let's see what the blessing is for you today. You are the one who has love for God, and you thereby attain the diamond key of the word good. Basically, it's all good. You are the one who has love for God and thereby attain the diamond key of the one word good, meaning it's all good. Everything is good. Remember, no one can take away your happiness unless you give them permission. And I'm inviting you to try. Try loving everybody the same. It might be quite refreshing. Thank you for joining us on Wise-ish, where a little bit of wisdom will take you a long way. Happy holidays again, everyone. Be safe. Wear your mask. Be kind. See you soon.
Okay. My name is Parth, and I've been hearing everybody talking about virtues. What is a virtue? I'm going to go find out. What is a virtue?
A virtue is a positive quality that you have and share with everybody else around you. Om Shanti.
Why? why do you think that?
Why do I think that? Well, because that's the way I live my life. And so if you have the virtue of cooperation, you share it with others. If you have the virtue of patience, then you share it with others. You're patient with everybody. And so on and so forth.
Okay.
That's a virtue.
What is a virtue?
Virtue is our innate good nature.
Why do you think that?
Why do I think like? Well, I think it is just like every element of the nature has a, their behavior or a quality. Like that, we human beings have what we call as virtues, such as love, kindness, humility, happiness. They're all virtues.
What is a virtue?
Virtues are what makes life worthwhile. Happiness,
Why
fun.
do you think that?
Because without them, it's dry, empty, worthless.
That's your question. What is a virtue?
A virtue is any quality that is godly.
Why do you think that?
Why do I think that?
Yeah.
I don't think about it. I just know it.
Okay.
I must have been a deity like you.
Okay.
I think it's our nature to be virtuous.
Okay.
We don't have to think too much about it, do we?
Yeah.
Our dad is virtuous, so are we.
Okay. What is a virtue?
Is a good quality?
Why do you think that?
That's what I know. It's a good quality which is in you, it's in me. That's what we are made of. It's original qualities, good qualities. Like you may have a good quality of peace, purity, truth, love.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What is a virtue?
A virtue. Wow, what a great question. A virtue. Those are good qualities that we have inside us. Like your ability to just walk up to me and say, and ask me a question. That's strong. That's strength. That's a virtue. That's one of them.
Okay, why do you think that?
Why do I think that? Because I'm old.
Okay. I think I talked to quite a few people. I learned a lot. I think I learned that a virtue is a good quality inside of me. Thank you.